Fam, coming back to you for the last week of the season. We got the Fantasy Super Bowl championship coming up, and it's Bieber Boys versus Bad Boys. In the HBCU Classic, we got the House of Cards versus Kramer. In the East versus West High School championship game, we got Tony the Touchers versus Big Dog 313. In the Junior High School League Bowls, we got Motown Monsters and OJ Mustard. And in the final place down here at the bottom, we got the Pee Wee League Football Championship. So all that's said and all that's done, everybody is in something that they don't really matter because the only thing that does is the Super Bowl at the top. And with this one, it's a little bit different because if we go over here, take a look at winners. The first winner, 7 years ago, this is the 8th year, was the Bieber Boys. Finally dusting off himself from last year where he was the worst of the league to this year being first of the league is crazy. And Bad Boys, who won 2 years ago, and then Blue Steel took over the next year, who is now the worst of the league this year. So from worst to first, and now from first to worst is in our championship. But Bad Boys was consistent. Last year was pretty good, and this year he in the championship. And yes, if you remember my predictions from a couple weeks back, I predicted that this is how it would play out and he would win. So I'm going to stick with my prediction, and I'm still saying Jason for the win. All right, let's look at these matchups to make it fair and simple because we don't care about mines. Let's just not switch and go right to the one we do care about, which is our champions, right? So we got Josh Allen versus D. Prescott, unless some changes being made. We got McCaffrey and Jacobs. We got Etienne and Allier. Allier, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. We got Lockett and Myers and Hill and Lamb. And then in our tight end spots, we got Hill and Andrews. Both of them chose running backs for the flex, Cook and Akers. We got McPherson and Koo. And then the Rams versus the Patriots. So those is really, this is pretty spread across a few games. So knowing that everything is kicking off tonight, it is Thursday, with Dak Prescott, it's gonna be crazy. So we're gonna see Prescott and Lamb combination and see if they can knock up some points, and Jason can bring my win to fruition. Nobody predicted that Beaver Boys would be in the top. I did think he was gonna win his game, but I think he was gonna lose the next one. But he proved me wrong. And right now he's slated for a loss, as we can see here in the top. But before all of that, let's just congratulate our people on their wins from last week. Because, hey man, they wouldn't be here if they didn't win out. So my ass lost as usual, but I didn't care last week because we already was out. But I lost to the computer. I didn't even leave. I just left my shit the way it was, and I still lost. I didn't even have no players out. I just got players that sucked. They thought it was to it. Anyway, Beaver Boys win 89.80. He went and got Minshew. So the quarterback thing wasn't an excuse to 103.78 from Beaver Boys. He just got beat. I mean, the top two players was his two players. And the rest of his team just didn't show up. They sat on the bench. And then what really did him in was the Rams going 51-14 against Denver. They didn't even scratch the motherfuckers, man. It's just ridiculous. And also his team, the Broncos, giving him a negative. So, I mean, shit, with a negative, what can you do? I know the feeling because I had one last week too. And that's how it all spoiled out for him. Let's see how Jason did last week. Was he on he wasn't on no damn bye. Where's his game at? Maybe he was. Nope. Where's Bad Boys at? Here they go. Here it was. We seen Kramer get crammed. Thought he was going all the way. He had made his predictions. They both had great quarterbacks in, which was crazy. 43 points and still couldn't get to 100. Don't know how that happens. 41 from Dak Prescott, 12 from McCaffrey, Henry and AI. So it's good he ain't playing, because if he was, he wouldn't have a running back this week. And you know how that goes. He only got basically fours from the rest of his team. He got a -2 from the kicker. I don't even know how you get a -2 from a kicker, but he got a -2 from a kicker. They kind of sucked it out. Pickens 14, but didn't really help because the defense got 14 on his team, so he didn't even need all the rest of the players to win. But 148.18, he topped it out for this week. That is a ultimate high score. So we're gonna get to see how everything play out. His team looks healthy. His team looks still good, and if they pull off the same performance they did last week, we're gonna see a different championship. Then we're gonna see a new champion again. Now, with that being said, back to them people at the beginning and this thing. Bad Boys have been in there once. Bieber Boys have been in there once. This is two champions going against each other for our 8th champion. But above all, you get bragging rights for being the first person in this league to ever win 2. So it's either going to be Bad Boys for life or Bieber Boys for strife. Because you know he's going to be giving us hell if he win again. So hopefully everything goes well. Wish you luck to both teams. Make sure y'all set y'all lineup. Should be a great match. And we're going to conclude this league for this year. I will be keeping my money since I'm the only one that had paid attention to the videos and noticed that I was betting. So since I was the only one betting against myself with Ike, and Ike picked himself and Tony, and they both already conked out, then that means more mines were right than his, because Jason then went 3 already. So there it is. I don't even have to have him win to keep my money, but I would like to have him win just to say I knew what I was talking about from the fucking beginning. So there it is. But set your line up, do what you got to do. And if y'all want to make some side bets, please let me know. All right. This is your commish. And after the championship, we'll congratulate a winner. And y'all have a good evening. Make sure you set your lineup. Peace.